and welcome back to my channel. So today is not quite an oily girl approved video because we have tested out the Too Faced Born This Way foundation on this channel before. So I'm gonna link it right on the top. I used Hazelnut. This was back in January and we actually really like the foundation. Now Jackie Aina came out with 9 more additions to the Born This Way foundation line. So in total there are 35 shades in this foundation, and I'm just gonna give Too Faced a clap for that. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about the foundation and the concealer in this video today, and the concealer is stealing the show in my opinion. I want to say, if this is your first time watching Lebit, welcome, and if it's not your first time, hey girl, hey guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Put your bell on for notifications. So let's jump right into the review. Okay, so we're just gonna jump straight into the foundation. So I got 3 shades. Now I only got samples of these because the concealer is what I am here for. Okay, I get about 1 to 2 shades darker in the summer, so Hazelnut may not really be my match right now. However, I got Hazelnut, Tiramisu, and Cocoa to try out today. Now Cocoa is right after Hazelnut, and I suspect that that is my shade because I tried it on in Sephora and that one looked the best. So I'm going to be swatching Hazelnut, which is deepest, with rosy undertones, and I'm just going to put that on the side of my face. You all know how I like to do these swatches. And do you see how light that is? I wore that in the winter. It's crazy how like tan I get, or basically how light I get in the winter, maybe is what I should say. Then we're gonna go in with Cocoa, which they're saying is deepest with neutral undertones. Right, so you could kind of barely see that. It is right here. Then we're gonna move on to Tiramisu, which I was like, ooh, Tiramisu might be my shade. I was kind of hoping that one of the new ones would match me, but maybe not. This is deep golden, and I'm definitely not a golden undertone. I'm gonna put it on this side. Tiramisu is on the top and Cocoa is on the bottom, and both of them are blending into my skin. Since they were so close to each other, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 side split, right? So I'm gonna put Tiramisu on my right side and Cocoa on my left side. It's looking very yellow, almost greeny. Okay, no. Alright, so Tiramisu is definitely not a match for me. Y'all see how swatches could sometimes be deceiving? Oh my god, definitely not. Now let's try Cocoa. Even Cocoa is looking weird. Now I'm not gonna go in too much to the claims of this foundation, but it is a radiant finish, and I'll link my previous review of Hazelnut. This actually did very well in the oily girl approved series. I was shocked at how well it did because this is a radiant finish foundation, and I don't usually do radiant finish, right, because I have oily skin. But once I powdered it down, it worked. I don't think this is even working. Like, it's not looking like my chest. I need something that is a little bit more peachy, a little bit more orange, right? Cocoa is more of a neutral. To be honest, it's looking kind of green. In my monitor, it looks kind of green, but like in my viewfinder, it doesn't look that bad. You guys can let me know what you're seeing, but I don't know. This is not a perfect match at all. I think I could also make this work. Okay, so I just want to do a couple swatches on my hand just to show you guys what it looks like. Right, so that is Cocoa right on my hand, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of 450 from Fenty Beauty right next to it. So that is my shade. So Cocoa is a little deeper and also very neutral. And then another foundation that really matches me is D80 by Covergirl. This is Covergirl right here, and it's kind of looking like Cocoa, right? But the Covergirl one is a little lighter, I think. and the Fenty is much more peach. Now I really love the Covergirl foundation because it keeps me super matte, and I think it really matches my summer shade, but it's very different from Fenty Beauty. But I also like Fenty Beauty, so y'all, it's a hit or miss, you know. Sometimes you spread a foundation and it looks very differently than how it dries on your hand in a swatch, and then also it may oxidize, so it gets a little darker throughout the day. Sometimes swatches could be a bit deceiving. You kind of have to put the foundation all over your face and do your makeup like you would usually do it to really gauge, you know, what's your shade, how it's looking. And you know what? I've had this on for a couple minutes and I think it's kind of adjusting a little bit to my skin. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I think it kind of adjusted just a little bit. It's looking a little better. Anyway, what I really want to get into is this concealer, y'all. So this is the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. It's saying you could conceal, contour, highlight, and retouch with this. Now, Wayne Goss said that this is the best concealer that he's ever used. And I was like, bitch, what? Coming from him, that was like a big deal to me. And by the way, the Born This Way foundation is $39 and you get 1 ounce. And the multi-use concealer is $29 and you get 0.5 ounces. So this is really big. Yeah. So Shape Tape you get 0.33 ounces. In this you get 0.5. So it actually looks like a foundation. And I think it has a really big applicator as well. Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of comparable to Shape Tape. Let's just try it. Yeah, they're about the same size. So this is the shade that I use in Shape Tape, which is very light. And guys, I haven't used this in so long because, you know, we're over tart. But the shade I got in the Too Faced Born This Way is Mahogany. And I really like this shade because it is like peachy. And I like a peach undertone, right? For color correcting purposes. And I just think it looks very good with my skin tone. So we're going to put this to the test. This is what I'm really here for. Now, I've been watching a couple of Wayne Goss's videos and he was like, stop putting so much concealer. And I agree. Like, I'm gonna try to not put as much because I don't need it. Honestly, I just put a little bit there and look how that just brightened my face. Oh my god. I just love this. The concealer comes in 20 shades. Mahogany is the third from last and it's a very deep golden undertone. A hydrating full coverage weightless 4-in-1 formula that conceals, contours, highlights and retouches. This hydrating buildable multitasking concealer masks imperfections, smooths and sculpts skin for natural looking coverage. It's infused with coconut water, alpine rose and hyaluronic acid, skin loving ingredients that come together for a crease free weightless wear that's so naturally flawless. They'll think you were born this way. So I know what you guys may be thinking. Girl, you look like a yellow mess. And you know what? I haven't worn a yellow concealer in such a long time that it may be looking crazy. But let's just set it with our Patrick's powder because I didn't get any of their powders. I am like not on hunt for powder. I found my holy grail. So I'm not even worried about any other brand. MAC, Patrick's powder is my absolute fave. That is what we're gonna use to set this today. Now I also want to use this concealer with a foundation that matches me better just to see how it will offset, because this foundation probably didn't match me that well. That could be why I'm looking so yellow. So not only the concealer but the foundation. So yeah, I know like a week ago I was like, ooh, minimalist makeup, but no, today we're going for beat down. All right, I'm just gonna finish my face off camera and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I am back and this is how the foundation concealer is looking on my skin. So my first thought is that I look very yellow. Now there was a time, probably a couple years ago, where we loved that yellow highlight. We loved the undertone to be yellow, and that is what our lives were about, okay? If we didn't get that yellow, we weren't feeling right. We were getting a yellow undertone concealer and we were baking with Sacha Buttercup powder, so it was yellow. Alright? Now, I have kind of stepped away from that look a little on my channel. So to me, it's looking very yellow, but you know what? I actually really like it. I love how the concealer is looking. Now, in terms of the foundation, I did use my Bits and Pieces Colourpop bronzer to kind of bring some warmth back to my face. And as we know, that bronzer, which is right here, is very red. So I thought that my face was looking a little too yellow. So that's why I decided to put this bronzer. And I think it did warm up my face quite a bit. And I also contoured with the Black Radiance pressed powder in Black Coffee. So I like the foundation. I don't think I have a perfect match in it. You guys be the judge. Do you think I could make it work? I don't even know, because it could be the concealer that is making it look so light. First of all, I want to say cocoa is a little too light for my skin right now. It doesn't really match my chest. Secondly, it's not my undertone. So, you know, those two factors played a big role in why it's not really my shade. Thirdly, this concealer is deep golden, yellow. So basically, I need a foundation that is my skin tone, my undertone, and deeper to offset this yellow concealer. Now, in terms of the concealer, y'all, we have found a replacement for Tarte Shape Tape, right? It's here, the world's greatest concealer. It is here. I definitely agree with Wayne. It is full coverage. It hasn't creased. It doesn't feel cakey under the eyes, and it doesn't dry your eyes out. So it has hyaluronic acid, coconut water, all things that are hydrating. Even after I put Patrick's powder over it, it didn't suck the moisture out of it. It kind of just worked really well with it. So I'm going to give this 5 stars, y'all. If you're looking for concealer to replace Shape Tape, or you're just looking for a concealer in general, I would say give this a try. It's very big. It's $29 from Sephora. I highly recommend this. The foundation, I would also say give it a try. See if you could find your shade. If not, we have so many other foundations, you know, that we could try from. I'm like gagging over the concealer. I really like this. I think it just lifted my face in the right way. So I'm very excited to use it with my Fenty, or even with Huda, because Huda is very red. So, you know, let's see how they would like balance each other out. I think it would be a great balance. So you can look forward to me using this on my channel more. And, you know, congratulations to Too Faced, and congratulations to Jackie Aina for really, you know, helping them expand their shade range. I think what she did was very commendable. You know, she listened to customers. She listened to people who said, hey, I think I'm between these 2 shades. You know, make something for me. Hey, I'm much darker than your darkest shade. Make something for me. So I think that it's really good what she did. And I would recommend the foundation if you could find your shade. If you're my shade, you may want to try Cocoa. Yeah. If you're my shade, try Cocoa and see if it will work for you. That is the only recommendation I could give. I'm sorry about that. Without further ado, thank you so much for coming to this video. You know, I need you to subscribe, like it, share it with your friends. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching my videos, for sticking around, and have a great night, guys. Bye.